siang ya. Oh, maaf. Selamat siang semuanya. Nama saya Umesh Phadke. It's quite intimidating to be here in this stage. I have never been a model before, but maybe I'll try for the first time. Saya adalah Presiden Direktur L'Oreal Indonesia. Pasti Anda berpikir, kenapa ada itu orang pria, botak, berjanggut, bicara mempresentasi untuk itu produk kecantikan, perusahaan nomor satu professional hair care di Indonesia. Tapi begini, sesi hari ini adalah beauty technology. Dan pasti Anda tahu kalau orang India terbaik di dunia infotech. Jadi this is the intersection. Dan saya bisa bicara untuk beauty tech karena saya orang asli dari India, tapi sudah kerja 24 tahun di perusahaan kecantikan. Jadi the intersection is right. Dan mohon maaf, saya ganti channel, berubah channel dari lokal ke international karena beauty tech presentasi pasti deliver di bahasa Inggris, and it is very difficult to deliver a technical presentation in bahasa. My bahasa is not that great. It took me some time to present that starting, but thank you very much for the applause right at the beginning. I hope to keep up to that expectation. Let's keep the applause a little rationed. The later might disappoint you. Anyway, so I'm going to talk a little bit about L'Oreal. Who here has not heard of L'Oreal? And if you haven't, you will have received a goodie bag and you will go home. Your wife, girlfriend, probably your mother or daughter will see that bag and give you more love for the next 6 hours because our products are the #1 beauty care products in the world. Our mission for the past 110 years has been beauty for all consumers, to offer them the best in beauty, the most performing products in beauty, and delight them with beauty care. And our strategy is universalization. This is a term that we have built up ourselves. We like to be called a global company with a local flair. So when we are in Indonesia, we are of Indonesia, we are for Indonesian consumers, but we bring the best of the beauty world to Indonesian consumers, and that's what universalization stands for. We are a very large company, to say the least, but I'd like to draw your attention to 3 numbers, which are very important. We are present in 150 countries around the world. I'm sorry, the slides here are showing different. Okay. No? Are we there? Yes, we are there. So we are present in 150 countries around the world. And the MC introduced me saying I'm an intrepid traveler and I've been to many strange places in the world, but not one place has ever not found a L'Oreal counter as I entered the airport, and not one place has ever been a place where I've gone and my fellow travelers have not known what L'Oreal stands for. And so that kind of recognition is really universal around the world. We are also a company of 36 brands. Someone's changing the slides for me. Anyway. So we are a company of 36 brands. For those of you who didn't know, all these brands are from the family of L'Oreal, and these brands attract and appeal to a wide group of consumers around the world. In Indonesia, our presence has been long and established. We just celebrated our 40th anniversary with 33 years of manufacturing presence. So I love to say the fact that many of our competitors manufacture in various countries around the world, but Indonesia has been a point of focus for us, and we have believed in the Indonesia story for longer than ever before, and we continue to make Indonesia our center of manufacturing and our center of excellence for working in ASEAN. We are the #1 skincare brand in Indonesia with Garnier. We are the #1 in professional products with all our professional brands, L'Oréal Paris, L'Oréal Professionnel, Matrix, and Kerastase. We have 15 brands in the market, and we have 15 brands in the market, and so obviously if you can do the math, 36 minus 15, there are 21 waiting to enter Indonesia, one of the fastest growing beauty care markets in the region and one of the most dynamic beauty care markets in the region. So the next question is, I'm going to talk about beauty tech, and L'Oreal wants to move from being the #1 beauty company in the world to being the #1 beauty tech company in the world. And why? Why have we embarked on this, this transformation? For the past 8 odd years, our CEO has been talking about digital being the mother of all transformations. And as a result of that, the company has transformed itself tremendously. I've been with the company for that period, and I have seen the company transform dramatically from the time I've started. And what are the key forces that have driven that transformation? Of course, there are 5 big forces that are really driving our transformation. The first is the dominance of digital media. The second one is the new economy of algorithms. The third one is the experience economy. The fourth one is new media and how it can be used for commerce. And the fifth one is convergence. So let me take one at a time. If we talk about digital media and the dominance of Google and Facebook, digital media spends have been increasing in Indonesia year on year. And the dominance when digital media will be bigger or possibly, the largest medium are not too far away. Those days are not too far away. TV does continue to be a very important part even of our business. The gentleman from Mayora who was speaking before was talking about how TV is extremely important. But you walk on the street today and you look at people sitting, and I have this favorite picture, which is the Indonesian man sitting on the street is consuming 3 things: a cigarette, a coffee, and YouTube. This picture is repeated across Indonesia no matter where you go. There's a person sitting on the street and that person's consuming media on the mobile phone. So the screens are shifting from being 20 inches, 40 inches to being 5 inches, 6 inches and being consumed all the time. And as a result of that, digital medium is becoming extremely important. The new economy of algorithms. Think about it. For about possibly forever since the store was invented or the store was created, any one of us who walked into the store saw exactly the same picture. Can someone not please change my slides? Thank you. So we walked into the store and saw exactly the same store. Exactly the same store. Your son, your daughter, your wife, your mother, your grandmother, everyone saw exactly the same store. And that's going to change. That changes dramatically with e-commerce. You have algorithms defining what you will see as the landing page. You have algorithms defining what you will see when you search for something, and you yourself choosing what you want to see in the store. The store that Amazon has is practically endless, but what I will see versus what you will see is going to be completely different. And part of it is being driven by your choices, and part of it is being driven by algorithms. And that exactly is something that we need to play on, and which is why we are investing heavily in learning those algorithms, working with our e-commerce partners, and making sure that we are able to leverage these algorithms to really drive our business. The next one is talking about the experience economy. And the experience economy has been around for quite some time. We are all, suckers for great experiences. But I was with Tom Limbong this morning, the chairman of BKPM, and he mentioned something which was very interesting. He says, it is possibly the time when it is now the peak of stuff, which is people are now fed up of buying stuff. People are now looking for experiences. People are now looking for new experiences when they go travel, new experiences when they go eat, new experiences when they meet people, new experiences when they go into retail. And that's something that we are driving through, that Starbucks has been driving for quite some time. And if we look at one of our brands, which is Kiehl's, this is exactly what we are building. We start with the ingredient, we go into the product, now we've got services, and now there is experience. I would invite all of you to go and visit the largest Kiehl's store in Asia Pacific, which is not in Shanghai, which is not in Singapore, which is not in Tokyo, but which is in Senayan City. So the largest Kiehl's store in Asia Pacific is in Senayan City. I would encourage you to go and see that store. It's got 2 entrances back in front. It's got a variety of experiences that will let you enjoy. And this is me enjoying one of those experiences in Korea. That's what happens when you give your video out to your brand managers. They make you look good, much better than you really are. And then that's what happens when you use a Kiehl's product. So that's a little bit about experiences. But this is exactly the kind of Instagrammable experience that our consumers are looking for and that we are leveraging with our stores today. Stores are no longer places to conduct transactions. That can be done online. stores people go to take a picture, to have an experience, to speak to a real human being, to understand even better what's going on, and which is why retail is also going through a massive transformation, and digital is playing, and technology is playing an extremely important role in that transformation. Come to think about it, this video that you saw is not just someone taking a picture in a tunnel with a camera. It's about taking that picture, processing it, adding music, adding the hashtag, sharing it with the consumer, and then that image going viral all over the world with consumers talking about the fact that I had a great experience in Kiehl's. No one's going to talk about the fact that they took a great video of me, it was a great tunnel. I had a great experience in Kiehl's, and that's something that I will remember for a long time. We are also talking about new media being used for commerce. And new media being used for commerce is, most of you would have heard the term social commerce or conversational commerce, right? Many of you would have bought stuff on things like Instagram, or conversing with someone on WhatsApp, conversing with someone online, transferring accounts, transferring money through bank accounts, etc., etc. And for many years, big brands kept thinking about the fact that, you know, our brand.com website is the place where we'll do e-commerce. And then it came to Amazon, and that became the big one, or Lazada or Shopee. What's unique about Asia or Southeast Asia is we're a very community-driven thing. So we've become urbanized, but the whole kampung thing, the whole community thing, the whole thing about dealing with faces that are familiar still remains an extremely important part of commerce, still remains an extremely important part of trusting someone. That's exactly why brands which do MLM marketing are still big in many countries like Philippines and Indonesia. And we are trying to tap into that using the power of technology, using the power of our websites through social commerce using WhatsApp. So today, if you go to keehls.co.id, and I assume some of you will go online right now, if you go to keehls.co.id on your phone, you will see a large WhatsApp logo at the bottom. Click on that, and you will start talking to a real human being. That is not a bot. It's a real human being. It's called the Kiehl's customer representative. She sits in our office. She will answer your questions. She will advise you what's best for your skin, and you could complete the transaction within the WhatsApp chat itself. This is, again, a adaptation of how we are taking technology, using it to drive commerce with a relevance to the consumer environment that we are operating in. This is not something that we will do in a country, let's say, like France or in the US, but this is very relevant in Indonesia because consumers are extremely personal-driven, extremely conversation-driven, and social commerce is big. It's 70 or 80% of the part of e-commerce. The next one I wanted to talk about is convergence, and I referenced it a little bit when it came to Kiehl's. You can look at the examples there, but it would be amiss if I didn't talk about a brand called Kerastase, right? Kerastase, a brand that I have not experienced myself, but I run, and is a great brand, is present in about 150 salons in Indonesia, is doing a lot of work around convergence. So we today have Kerastase operating in all the salons of Irwan team. Kerastase, you could book an appointment with a stylist of your choice at Irwan team using their own website, which we have trained them to do. And very soon, Irwan team will also be doing the kind of conversational commerce on Kerastase and other products of professional products using their own website and also using WhatsApp. So that's, again, something that is happening. So these are examples of operational things that we've been doing over the past few years. But then there always has to be a quantum jump, you know, because doing e-commerce, everyone's doing e-commerce, it's a transition. Doing WhatsApp conversation, yes, but you know, the housewife in the corner figured out how to do it 1 year before L'Oreal thought about doing it. So all this is kind of baby steps, which is why a few years ago, we decided to acquire a company called Modiface. Modiface does not have anything to do with cosmetics. Till 109 years, L'Oreal had acquired cosmetics brands, cosmetics companies all over the world. Modiface was the first company we acquired that was not a cosmetics company. What does Modiface do? Modiface is a Canadian startup full of engineers that had figured out how to map the human face and use technology to figure out the human face and use it for various applications, including e-commerce. So we've acquired that company, and now the technology that goes into Modiface is slowly being employed within all the platforms of L'Oreal and on the e-commerce platforms of L'Oreal. So an example of this is what we've done, partnering at scale with Shopee and Lazada, and of course there are many other e-commerce platforms where this is being done. And I'll let you see the video which will show you what exactly is going on. Can we go to the video, please? Yeah. Before we move to the next slide, whenever you have time, go to lazada.co.id, the application, search for Magic Mirror, choose any product after that, and you'll see a small link to tap and try, and you'll be able to try the lipstick. I wanted to buy a lipstick for myself this morning, and I tried a couple of shades. I don't know which one works really best, but I thought Bloody Mary was good, so I've chosen to buy maybe Bloody Mary, Lincoln Rose, so we'll see which one. I have my, matte lipstick with me right now. But this is exactly how the technology operates. This was done in the lobby of the hotel. And you can see that it's really effective. It works for any kind of face. So that, in summary, was the transformation of beauty from the #1 beauty care company in the world to beauty tech company in the world. The transformation has just begun. There are many things to do, many more things, many more achievements to be done. But obviously, we are proud of where we've come till now. And obviously, we have the support of great partners, consumers all around the world to help us do this. And thank you very much for listening to me.